Mr. Kardashian, you left that courthouse today with OJ Simpson in that white van. It was reminiscent in a way of the Bronco ride. What was it like, that ride back?
It was very exciting, Barbara. We left the courthouse in a van. We had a van in front and a car behind us, and people were stopping along the freeway. They were yelling. They were screaming. There were signs.
Good things?
Good things. We saw a few bad things, but predominantly the good things outweighed the bad, I would say, 1,000-to-1.
People cheering like the Bronco ride?
A lot of people cheering. They were even on overpasses cheering.
What has the atmosphere been like at Mr. Simpson's house today? Who is with him? What are they all doing? You've been there all day.
His family is with him, his older children, his mother, his sisters, friends, attorneys. It's as you can imagine, a very, very touching time, a very cheerful time for a man who spent 15 months in prison and was found innocent.
Has Mr. Simpson talked to his two little children, Justin and Sydney?
I was just leaving the home when he had placed a call to them. So by now I'm sure he has, but I was not present when he did so.
Listen, you are one of O.J. Simpson's closest friends. Did you ever say to him, O.J., did you do it?
Yes, I did. I looked him straight in the eyes. He was in jail. And I said, O.J., I'm going to ask you a question. And he said, what? And I said, did you commit these crimes? And he said, I did not. I am innocent. I did not commit these crimes. And he started to weep. And Barbara, I have been in business with this man. I have known this man for 25 years. He has never lied to me, and I believed him, and that's why I've been by his side throughout this whole ordeal.
What does Mr. Simpson plan to do now?
It's a good question, Barbara. His life is in total turmoil, as you can imagine. You have to remember, he's been locked up for 15 months. He doesn't know what the atmosphere is like out in the world, so he needs time to get his life together.
Is he going to write another book?
That I don't know.
Yes, you do.
He probably will, but that'll be in the future.
What about pay television, pay-per-view?
OJ has a lot to say. He wants to tell the public his story, and I'm sure you can expect him to be telling that story very soon.
On television?
Yes.
Pay-per-view?
Probably so.
Mr. Simpson said that he was now going to try to find out who murdered his wife and Ron Goldman. How does he expect to do that?
He feels very strongly about finding the killer or killers of Nicole and Ron. The task is overwhelming because, as you know, every day that goes by since the time of the murders, it makes it that much more difficult to find who did this crime. But he wants to find out as badly as anybody else.
How is Mr. Simpson going to try to find out who the real murderers are, if they are out there? Is he going to spend more money? Is he going to hire detectives? Are you going to be involved? What's he going to do?
He is going to spend more money. He is going to hire detectives. He does. There were a lot of leads that we don't feel were followed up on in this case. We're going to follow those leads.
Do you, or does Mr. Simpson have a theory as to why these murders were done?
We do not. We are at a loss, but we're going to find out.
With this kind of a day, you're very gracious to come in to us. Thank you, Mr. Kardashian.
Thank you, Barbara. My pleasure.